crashed. So I was interrupted, and my guest was also interrupted. And I hope we can go further with it. So we was talking
Mm,
about the minimum
mm.
income of California for some reason. But that was not. That was after I crashed. So that's why it is on the screen right now. uh, but yeah, let me go back to here.
So where were we?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't
I
know.
think I was mentioning you asked me which countries I lived in the most other than the United States and the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the country I lived in the most other than those countries is Puerto Rico, where I've lived for a bit over 5 years now. And it is a United States territory. It's an island in the Caribbean. Everyone here speaks Spanish, but we do use the US dollar, and the measurements for things are kind of mixed. Like for the gasoline, they use liters, but for the speed limits, they use miles per hour.
Okay.
And for everything else, I think we use the United States imperial system. So
Okay. So
it's
there also have something with feet there.
that what there? The what here?
Oh, the feed system or so, like the feed measuring system.
Oh yeah, yeah. So United States is pretty much one of three countries, other than I think the other two are Burma and Zimbabwe. And so there's three countries in the world that use the imperial system, which is like the foot for measuring distance, like miles, foot, yard, and so on. Whereas other countries around the world uses a metric system, which is the meters. So meter, kilometer, and so on. And here in Puerto Rico, there's like a mix of the two. For for the liquids in containers. In the United States, they would use gallons and quarts, I think, gallons, quarts, those kinds of measurements. Whereas the rest of the world would use liters and milliliters. But in Puerto Rico, for some reason, they use a mix of both. So when you fill up at the gas, they show you the liters, the price in liters. But when you're driving and you see a speed limit sign, it says the speed in miles per hour, and your cars are also in miles per hour. So it's just a strange metric that both different ones are used, and yeah, that's the differences between them. And the imperial system is actually entirely arbitrary, by the way, which I think the metric system sort of is as well. I don't know what they base the meter on, but they base the foot on the size of the king's feet. So the king's foot size is the measurement for the foot,
Okay.
and an inch is 1/12 of that.
So which king? So is the feet based on?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure which king it was. I think it was the last king. There was like one last king that they measured, and then they never updated since. And
Okay.
his foot was a foot long, like the measurement
Okay.
of a foot.
How much? I mean, yeah. The system that we have here, it's
Yeah,
it's not based on somebody's feet or somebody's finger.
I know, I know, I know. It's meter, the metric
Yeah.
system, but it's what is it based on?
It can be easily. Um, I think it was introduced by Napoleon.
Uh-huh.
And
But like,
because Napoleon wanted to have a measure system that was equal,
yeah.
was not different from country to a country, because the French feet, for
Yes.
example, was bigger than the British feet.
Uh-huh.
So
There's no
British,
way that like the foot is massive. 1 foot is huge, right?
yeah. So the French
It's
feet,
like
yeah,
size 12 in the United States.
yeah. So the French feet was gigantic. So I think it was.
Wow, that's incredible.
I think the French, also one of the reasons they were thinking Napoleon was really small, was
Uh,
because because they translated in U.S. feet, and they didn't
uh,
calculate it in French feet, so that's why.
uh.
But Napoleon was actually a normal sized man, but because of how they translated
Yeah,
it, the English or so
yeah,
were making that he was really small,
yeah.
which was kind of silly.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
So they had two different feet sizes and
yeah,
measurements.
yeah. So the French feet was
I had
bigger.
no idea.
Was quite a big bigger than the English feet.
Oh,
And so
okay.
I think the feet was probably, maybe the French feet was based on the feet uh of King Louis the Sixth. So
Yeah,
he was really,
yeah,
Louis the Sixth was a really gigantic guy.
yeah.
You know how big he was, Isso?
No, I have no idea.
He was something like uh 1 meter 90 or so.
Whoa, okay.
That was gigantic for that time.
Yeah. It's still pretty big even today.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a bit. I feel a bit. I mean, if you look then also, so his wife also, she was not. She was quite small, so but I feel like that's
Mm,
kind of painful.
huh, exactly. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's painful or not because
Yeah,
yeah, like
I mean,
I mean, I've
yeah,
been with some smaller women
yeah.
as well. So,
It can
I
be
don't know.
painful. It
I
can
don't
be
think
It can be painful.
okay,
I
it
mean,
can be painful.
I mean, that's what I hear as well. So,
Okay, got it.
I mean, so
Mhm,
yeah, I mean, you know how his wife was from Louis the 16th.
mhm. No.
Okay, Louis the 16th was Marie Antoinette.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. You're right. All right. Maybe Antoinette, yes.
Yeah,
I didn't know who Louis XVI
yeah,
Sixteen's wife was.
there
Yeah.
were a lot of Louis. So you were having Louis the 16th. That was he was really fat and big. Uh,
Isn't he Louis the 14th or 16th?
16th. That was the last one
Okay,
for
got
the
it.
French Revolution.
Okay, got it. I thought
Yes.
the 14th was the last one, but okay.
The
I guess
six.
I'm wrong.
No, that one was smaller, but still fat.
Okay.
I don't know what.
I think
Most of those kings were
yeah.
fat.
Yeah.
When I'm saying fat, I don't mean just fat. I mean just chonkus.
Yeah. Yeah. And Marie Antoinette had that saying, which is I think it was it's like a false quote, but she said, "Let them eat cake,"
Yeah,
right?
it's
Because cake was an expensive food at the time,
yeah,
e-
it's,
equivalent of
yeah,
hundreds of euros
yeah. So
today.
yeah, there was. I think this was also. I think it was misquoted probably.
Yep, I heard it was also a misquote.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they killed her because of some comment like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, killed of basically the king was actually he's crazy nuts. So
Okay.
King Liu also started to kill socialists and people that
Uh-huh.
wanted to fight for the laborers, for the working
Uh-huh.
class. because he didn't
Oh.
like that. So he didn't like the French lower class standing up against them. So he
Mm-hmm.
started to execute people. This was one of the reasons Karl Marx did fly from French at that time.
Wow.
And so also some
Oh.
other socialists and communists also from that time, because
Yeah.
were getting killed
Wow.
by the crazy king.
Yeah. So how does
Oh,
that tie into Marie Antoinette?
yes. So she was the wife. She was the wife of King Louis XVI.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
And and that means that also stuff that he did, she was associated with. I mean, if you date somebody
Okay.
that is a crazy nutshell, also, then people also assume you're a crazy nutshell.
Yeah. But he was royalty as well. He was the
Yeah,
king
yeah,
of France.
yeah,
So he had a lot of power.
yeah. And then
I think
the guillotine did come, man.
yeah. She may have just wanted to she may have just felt like putting up with that for that kind of power.
Yes, she was also sold in there. So I mean, women were having no choice how to marry in that time. They were basically
Oh.
most of the time considered kind of property.
Oh, okay. I had no
So,
idea about that.
so basically, this is how royal family used their children. So, uh,
Oh.
when you're not married, you're if you're specifically if you're a woman, you're the property of your
Yeah.
dad. When you're
Okay.
married, you become the
Hmm.
property of the guy you marry. That
Okay. Yeah.
that is how marriage originally was. So
Wow.
that's kind of okay. Also, look at a lot of stuff as well. Just a bit in not other kind of topic, but look at how
Yeah.
marriage so originally was. So you have a guy so that you marry. So that was called a groom. That's called a
Hmm.
groom. What does that sound
Hmm.
like? Grooming.
Like a oh, okay.
So
Hmm.
originally, so you married a groom, and then you were having
Hmm.
a bride. Where, where is it called? Bride come from? Bridal. What is
Hmm.
a bridal?
Hmm.
The thing that you put in a horse.
Oh, interesting.
Its mouth. That's
That
a.
is true. You're right. Bridal. Oh.
So originally, you can say that. This is maybe it's in chaos area though. So
Wow.
but basically, originally, marriage was basically one guy
Uh-huh.
sending his daughter to another guy. So,
Wow. Oh.
so it was
That's
basically,
interesting.
and then it was comes from the cow with the cowboy and so, and then but they put the bridle in their mouth. And also husband as
Wow.
well. Husband original did mean it comes from Old Norse husbando, which means owner of the
Hmm.
household.
Hmm. What about wife?
Wife comes from weave. Oh god, I think original. Weave that's in old did mean I'm not sure exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
weave also was you were in the past also man also did
Hmm.
mean in old English did mean human. Weerman
Okay.
was called was male man. So just like man. So today that was
Oh.
so and a woman was called a weaveman.
Hmm. Wow.
Um.
Interesting.
So I know the old English word for husband comes from husbando,
Mm.
from husband,
Husbando.
and not from husbando. I mean from the old North word
Yeah.
husband, so which means owner of the household.
Mm.
And so and also look at the traditional so from that. when you're married, you
Hmm.
adopt the name of the guy that you
The
marry,
man.
and
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
look at his slavery and so. Slaves were
Uh-huh.
stripped of their name and then given the name of the slave master.
Uh-huh.
If you look a lot about it, so you see that there are a lot of messed up stuff in there. If you look deep
Wow.
in it, but
Wow.
I got
You've looked deeply into these?
yeah
Huh. That's awesome.
yeah. So I also so thinking about changing creating my own name.
That's nice.
Because
You can do that.
if I ever marry and so and I take some guy's name, so or a
Yeah.
girl's name if I decide to be a lesbian, also,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I still take the name of a guy's name so instead of my own name.
Hmm.
And from a feminist
Yeah.
position, so I think I rather want to choose my own name.
Yeah, when you get married, you can choose your name.
Yeah,
You can legally change your name to anything that you want to.
yeah, I want to change my name to vegan.
Wow, really?
I want to change my last
That's
name to vegan.
amazing.
That I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And
One common last name here is Vega.
really?
So it's similar to vegan,
Okay,
like VEGA,
okay,
Vega.
okay,
I actually do know somebody who has that last name,
okay. I was thinking.
and they are vegan as well.
Okay,
But it's just interesting. Their last name is Vega,
okay. Vegan,
and
vegan.
yeah, yeah, they happen to be vegan.
That's funny.
And one of the first references to the word vegan was Aliens.
Huh?
Yeah, there was a comic in the 1920s that had some aliens named vegans.
Really?
Yeah, there was like a planet called Vegan, and then the aliens there were called vegans.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's they have some images of it floating around online.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Hmm. Yeah, but it does sound sort of like an alien name as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe changing my last name to vegan.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I was
What about
thinking.
your first name?
Uh, my first name. I don't know.
Okay. You've never told me your first name before, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm not
Okay.
going to say it on the stream.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That's fine. Yeah, but this is my entire full name on stream right now.
Okay.
My handle, I don't know if you shared it on stream yet, but my handle is my full name, my first name and last name.
Okay.
Yeah. It's what I've always been called since birth. And it's actually like the word megawatt if you add them together.
Okay. MeggGawat.
Yep. Yep. Have you heard of that word?
No.
Okay. It so watt is like a measurement for energy or
Yeah.
electricity, and then mega means million
Okay.
in the metric system.
Yeah. Okay.
So it means 1 million watts.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
It
sounds
takes
that sounds like you're really
mhm,
electric loaded.
exactly. Exactly. In the movie Back to the Future, they talk about gigawatts,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
They're like 1.21 gigawatts to time travel.
Yeah.
And that's how much electricity lighting produces. But like a single megawatt can power an entire city for like 30 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
or a day, something like that.
We should find a way to harness the electricity of thunder.
Yeah. Of the what?
Yeah,
Harness the energy of what?
the electricity. We should try to find a way to harness the energy of a thunderstorm.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's an island in South America where it lightning strikes like 500 times a day,
Wow.
or no, not more than that, more frequent than that. Like a lightning strike every second for 2/3 of the year, every year, and it's a real place.
Okay.
There's a lightning strike there going on, probably right now. Like as we speak, there's probably been 5 lightning strikes in the past 5 seconds.
But I don't.
It's
If you can find a way to harvest the electricity,
from there.
yeah, then that's gonna be quite a lot of energy.
That would be a lot of energy. Yeah. Um, it's interesting. There's a lot of energy out there, and
Yeah, we just
mm,
waste the potential energy as a resources by not
I
trying to.
wouldn't doubt if yeah, I wouldn't doubt if in the future they would there would be some sort of electrical facility in this area
Yeah,
that does gather electricity. Let me look it up actually. I think it's like Colombo Island or something. Colombo Storm.
Colombo
Let me
Island.
see. No, it's not that's not what's called. Let me make sure what it is. There's a specific name for this type of weather pattern for that area. Let me see. Catatumbo lightning. Catatumbo.
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 How do you
Catatumbo.
how do you write that?
Let me post a Wikipedia page on it
Okay.
on Discord. Wha- Um, 9 hours. It's 100 to 160 nights a year, 9 hours per day, and with lightning strikes from 16 to 40 times per minute. So for half a year and 9 hours a day, there's lightning strikes 60 to 40 times per minute
That's a lot.
in this one island.
Yeah, that's a lot of electricity on that one
And
island.
very few people have been there because it's such a dangerous place to go.
Why is there so much electricity? Why is there so much thunderstorms there?
Yeah, no idea. They don't know the exact reasons for it. There's a lot of unsolved mysteries on this planet that we don't know about. But yeah, I think that's like one of the most interesting places in the world. And I mean, there's so much mysteries in the world. Like it's all so fascinating. Just like how you researched the origins of the word husband and wife
Yeah,
and bride.
yeah,
I also researched these strange topics like this one.
yeah. I liked I like
Mhm.
etymology.
Yeah, etymology. Do you
Etym-
know? Yeah, that's great.
Mhm.
It's actually interesting as well. Have you heard of the story called Canterbury Tales?
Canterbury Tales.
Yeah, Canterbury Tales.
Don't think.
It's one of the most famous English historical works, right? it was written 600 years ago in English, but you can't even understand what they're saying nowadays. The
Canterbury
language has
Tales.
changed. Yeah, the language has changed so much since then that we don't understand each other now after 600 years.
That is sad.
Yeah, but look, you can read it as well if you're really interested in etymology. That's a
Yeah.
really good origin, and it features dozens of stories, like short stories, basically. It's like a tale about some travelers going from one city to another, and they all tell stories about their lives and stuff like that. And if you read the original text, it's really hard to understand.
Okay.
Well, yeah, sort of similar to Shakespeare. Have you read Shakespeare?
Uh, really long ago.
A long time. His works are really interesting as well. Like they have influenced English so much.
Yeah. I did read also some really messed up slavery stuff as well.
Yeah.
Have you
What language? What? Mhm.
have you ever read a really racist book called Necro? What's it called? Necromania.
Necronomicon,
Necromania.
Necromania.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It
What's that book about?
it is a book. It is a really racist book trying to justify slavery
Oh, okay,
by a
interesting.
racist slave master.
Yeah, there's things in American history that are cut off so that they don't teach us.
Yeah. For example,
So if it's a negative,
there's also, for example,
it's
James
it.
Hammond. Also,
Mhm.
have they told you about James Hammond?
James Hammond.
Yeah, governor
I've never.
of North Carolina. So he
Uh-huh,
did write a dozens of essays in defense of
uh-huh.
slavery. So
Okay.
he it's basically say that the abolitionists were reasoning in the abstract, like it was some kind of moral question or minor question in
Mhm,
politics. In the
mhm.
arrogance and recklessness, they forgot completely the fate of the white working man.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah. It's similar to arguing for like exploiting animals as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's also
It's ridiculous.
so some of the things he was writing also was also like if you free them so they will all
Mm,
reference and multiply and before you know them they are back in slavery so because they
yeah.
said go otherwise they're going to die from for hunger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's silly. It's people even give that argument for animals as well, even though they can survive fine on their own in the wild. Like for example, there's a cow that escaped
Yeah.
and fled to an island, and she was able to survive her entire life on that island.
Okay.
There's also another island where they left some cows, and like they multiplied to hundreds in an island, then took it over basically.
Okay. Interesting.
And there's another story of some cows also escape, and they fled to the Yellowstone National Park, and then they had to kill them recently because they were like eating all the plants in the area. Something like that. I mean, it's a silly reason. I think they weren't really like I don't think they were super damaging the environment as much as the animal agriculture is in general, but
Yeah.
but they killed them off because they were surviving on their own and just fine.
Yeah.
And chickens as well. There's a lot of wild chickens. For
Yeah.
example, here in Puerto Rico, there's actually a lot of random chickens just walking around,
The,
living on their own.
are they escaped chickens?
No, they're just like wild chickens, I guess.
Okay. Do you think they are escaped the zone and become wild?
No idea. There's just a bunch everywhere.
Okay.
There's some in this neighborhood where I live. There's some outside. You just see them around when you drive around. You see random chickens here and there
Okay.
on the beaches, in the forests. They're just around a lot of places.
Okay.
And for pigs, I haven't really seen any like wild pigs, but they can also survive fine in the wild.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of boars out there,
Yeah, we have here feral. We
and
have here where I live. Some forests have
yeah,
feral pigs, but
exactly.
they're the descendant of escaped medieval pigs.
Yeah, exactly. So they are able to survive fine on their own. Like
Yeah.
they don't need us to feed them all the time
Yeah.
for anything. So it's just another excuse as well. Like any kind of excuse you bring up to try and justify animal slavery or animal exploitation, you can counter it if you just play devil's advocate
Yeah.
against that same issue.
Yeah, I mean,
It's harder.
there are few animals, for example, I think turkeys,
yeah, yeah,
because there have modified them to such a degree that they can't even procreate themselves anymore.
okay, yeah, you're right. They can't even breed anymore. They have to be artificially inseminated,
Yeah, because they're make them
or
so
some of
big.
them anyway. Not, I don't think every single one of them needs that, but
Yeah,
a high enough percentage can't breed anymore.
yeah, because they're so
So
fat and round.
yeah, yeah, but I mean, if they were put into the wild, it will be survival of the fittest. There will be a certain percentage that can survive by themselves, and then those ones will be able to reproduce, and eventually all of them will be able to survive on their own in the wild again.
Yeah,
So that's the kind of argument you can have against that. If they say turkeys need to be bred by humans.
yeah. I mean, I mean, we don't. Most humans are not really good caretakers. I mean, they exploited their genes and so to make them
Uh-huh.
even more sick, and the
Yeah,
bodies more
exactly.
problem have more problems. So
Exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
if we're some alien species that come into Earth, decided to only
Yeah.
breed mental people with severe bodily body um, failures and so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they say, "Oh, humans can't live on their own because their bodies
Yeah.
are
Exactly.
need to be taken care of." So because humans all
Yeah.
have problematic livers and so.
Yeah. Exactly. One argument I guess is like sheep, because sheep have been bred to produce too much wool.
Yeah, that
So
doesn't
arguably they do
depend
need some. Mhm.
depends on what kind of sheep also.
Exactly as well. There are some who can survive on their own, and then those
Yeah,
are the ones that will be able to reproduce.
yeah.
But the ones who grow too much wool, they do need to be sheared and taken care of for that.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to be. I mean, a lot of them that get shared actually can lose their also naturally by
Okay,
scratching
got
themselves
it.
against uh, trees and so.
Okay, true, makes sense. But it's weird then that there are cases where they have grown like 20 pounds or
Yeah,
50 pounds worth of extra wool.
yeah. I think that's probably some sort of so, but
Oh, okay.
most I think can lose them by scratching
Yes.
themselves
But
against
yes,
stuff.
yes. Agreed. They probably don't have access to trees, is
Yeah,
why they weren't able to do that.
yeah,
They probably were put into like a grassy enclosure.
yeah. We have
That
here
makes sense.
we
I
have
understand what you're
yeah
saying.
we have here some sheep that walk on the highlands,
Yeah.
and a
Yep.
lot of them I see them lose a lot of wool all the whole time. There people still shave them,
Okay.
but I don't really need to get shaven.
Okay. Makes sense. So even that's just an excuse because of that. Like they don't
Yeah,
even need to be sheared.
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
if you share them also, they feel one day to another day feel cold. I mean, imagine you going to decide one day to go from wearing a lot of clothes, also, and the next day you're basically walking half naked around. That's
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
That's so cold.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I don't put anything on the ships. I don't make them feel cold.
I know. I know. They don't even care.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, if you cared about the sheep and so, and not want to exploit them, you think, oh,
Yep.
there need to be shaven. What you can
Yep.
do, the least you can do is make some clothes for the so, or some thing for the sheep that you can put them on also in the time that they are
Mm.
completely bald so,
Uh,
so they don't feel
yeah.
extremely cold after that.
I know, right? They don't need to shear them all the way to the
Yeah,
very until they have like zero clothing,
yeah,
zero zero fur or
yeah.
wool
I
left.
imagine also going from winter clothes to swimming clothes.
I know. To naked,
Yeah,
completely naked.
yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds so cold.
Yeah. What's interesting as well is you went vegan at 10 years old,
Yeah,
right?
so something like that. Yeah.
Wow. I went vegan at 19,
Okay.
so I was a lot later than you.
Yeah.
And again, I told you I saw these animals in real life and I was so disgusted with how they were treated, but I didn't even consider not eating them. It wasn't even a thing that I thought was a possible thing.
Also, not when your what were you thinking when your friend was like going vegan?
What?
You were saying your friend did go a year earlier
Yes, yes,
vegan than you.
yes. Yes, so I had vegetarian friends as well that never ate meat their entire lives. I've had them since I was in kindergarten. Like I had some friends I knew in kindergarten that never ate any meat,
Okay.
and then friends in middle school and elementary school and high school that never ate any meat in their entire lives either.
Okay.
And still, it didn't click to me that this could be a thing for me. It just never clicked. I never considered that as an option.
Mhm.
And you basically have to not care about animals to be in that position because I just live my everyday life not even considering them. And yeah, I mean it's really easy to not eat animals.
Yeah.
Like there's so many food
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
It's
So,
seriously
so, so, so,
not
so,
difficult at all.
yes. So, what
Yeah.
was it that made you the switch then? Also, a year later
Yeah.
after your friend also did go
Yeah.
vegan.
So my friend went to medical school and he's a doctor today. So he's very successful now.
Okay.
And I don't know if he's still vegan or not because he did hang out with like some. It was very different times back then. It wasn't the world was not vegan friendly in the 2010s, early 2010s, and even I wasn't vegan at the time until like 2013, 2014. Yeah, 2013. Uh, so it was a very different time. I don't know if he kept being vegan since then, but for me, the reason I went vegan afterwards was again because of the health problems. Was I was having some heart problems and heart pressure.
Because of the being overweight.
Yeah, and then the animals came after. So
Okay.
it
So,
was after a while
but,
of
but, but yeah.
not eating them.
Okay. So
Like it was like a few months after.
okay. So
Mhm.
you first needed to be yourself sick before you were able to see that. So what you were doing
Yes,
was not
yes.
fair.
It was when I saw myself sick and I stopped eating animal products, I uh and then I just realized, wow, it's easy to live life this way that I'm like, wait, why are we killing animals in the first place then if it's so easy to live a life without harming them?
Mhm.
And so yeah, the ethics for the animals came after for me, after the health.
Okay.
But it was a big revelation, like a really obvious one. It's so obvious once now that I'm in this position for a while, like it's just so obvious that it's weird why I didn't consider it earlier.
I hear that a lot of people that are vegan, so that's a lot of them say they wish they did go vegan earlier.
Exactly. It's just for some reason our brains are turned off and not really noticing the harm that we're causing, even while we directly have like dead animal body parts in our plate in our fridge. We don't see the connection that this is a tortured being that was killed needlessly, and we don't need to actually consume their body parts.
Mhm.
That was an individual that was the lives were taken away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's getting a bit.
Mhm.
I think it's getting a bit late, so I think I'm going to stop
Okay,
it
makes
by
sense.
this right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Thanks for having you for today. You want to,
Sure, we can.
if you want to continue it next time, next
Mhm.
week, also or
Yep.
so, then that's okay.
Let's do it next week. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Let's do it Saturday next week.
Okay.
All
Bye then.
right. Thanks for having me.